As he said, my name is Selorm Brantie. I have two lives publicly. Most people know me for the side of my life that deals with Imani, which I co-founded with Franklin Kujo, I think about 11 or 12 years ago, I've forgotten. And then also, I am the strategy director for Mpedigree, which is a technology company, as NASA said. A transformational business is one that changes the paradigm or changes the mentality around the product, all right? It changes people's behavior. It triggers something new, something different, something that people had not seen before about that product. That ends up creating much more value than the product in itself, which means that even though there are products created in such a situation, these products actually create different lifestyles, enhance different lifestyles, enhance certain behaviors, create certain attitudes that eventually become much more positive and sometimes in some ways generate industries altogether. Any business model that's transformational takes cognizance of a few things, which I will discuss later on. But let's start with the first watchword for me. The first watchword for me is value. So, value is at the core of everything. And in a space where we are in this 21st century, if you set out creating your business because you thought it was a niche or because it was something that is going to make you a lot of money, then you don't have to be here. You have to go back home. Because anyone who starts any business with the intention that they are going to make tons of money is actually already failing. I would say that because then your passion is not the product, your passion is an end product of the product. All right? Do you get what I'm trying to say? When you create a business or you create a product or you are the champion of a business or a product, you are not looking at the money. The money is a side effect. All right? Money is the side effect of what you're doing. So if I had passion, for example, in understanding why people were taking fake drugs, trying to understand what fake drugs did to people, how it caused deaths, how it caused complications of sicknesses, how it made people who didn't need to have money make money, how reduced the market of pharmaceutical companies that were creating original products, how it was reducing the amount of capital that they would need to create new drugs, all right? And then I looked at the losses in terms of GDP to our economies around Africa. Then I have a passion that maybe it is time someone fixed the problem of fake drugs, all right? And in fixing the problem of fake drugs, what do you do first? You first of all think about the value you are creating when you are fixing the problem. So, like I said earlier, money no be problem. Like Sarkodie said. Money no be problem. Money isn't the problem. The problem is what you are trying to build a business to solve, all right? And when you look at that problem, you have to look at the environment around that problem, all right? And then first of all, you have to think, how are people fixing the issue at that moment? And how else are you going to change that? Or how is your business changing that? So one of the main things that can make you efficient, all right, is not looking at things, let's say, in terms of I produce, sell, and then the person uses it and disposes of it. We are in a new era where we need to look at conservation of resources, right? That is why someone like you, for example, is in the system. Because what you are doing is that you are recycling, or you are reusing, or you are taking something that is waste from somewhere and you are rebuilding it into something else. That's also like the biomass, that's you. And who else is doing the biomass? You, right? You are taking things that would have been thrown away and then you are using the same technology to actually rebuild it into something else. Because what you are doing now is that you are trying to create a closed loop of uses. One of the things about the new economy is that there are so many things that are there that are already assets. So let's look at the case of Uber. Uber is a transformational business. Why is it a transformational business? Because it personalizes your experience and looks at your preferences. Normally, before Uber came, you walk out and then stand by the roadside for 20 minutes for a taxi, right? And then when you stop the taxi driver and you told him you are going to Kolebu, then you now have to spend another 3 minutes haggling. And then depending on the outcome of the haggle, you either A, get pissed off, B, the driver gets pissed off and drives away and then spins his tire and pours mud on you, especially on a rainy day like this. Or C, you start having angry phone calls about the party that you are supposed to be at that you are delaying. But then what happened? The Uber system became transformational. One, because it personalized the activity of you getting the taxi at your own convenience, in your own room, using what? Technology, which was available to you using what? Your phones. So now, what's the first asset you see here? Your phone. It's yours. Uber didn't buy the phone for you, right? You use your phone and you use your internet, which are your assets. But what happened? They built a business on top of your phone and your assets.